50-50 if my zipper's up or down anymore. It's a true flip of the coin. I don't know what's happening. I've zipped up my whole life. And now, just head out. I'm like, all right, I'll see you boys later. Just head out. Take my pants off at home. They come off easy. I'm like, oh, that was 4 hours I was walking around like... I think it's because I'm peeing so much longer. And I'm not used to this new old rhythm yet. Because in your 40s, there's a lot of false stops. You learn pretty quick to be like, let's hang back. Let's let traffic thin out a little bit. I watch young people come and go. I'm like, tell my family I'm okay. I got one more thing to tell you, but I want to show you something that we got today. So, it was the reason it's special. So we got it from the Pennsylvania ASPCA.org. Yeah. So sometimes you go somewhere, they bring dogs, and this was one of the dogs. It's a rescue. It doesn't look like a rescue, but it is. It looked like she was rescued from a mansion. And you go, this dog's doing better than me. But they kept her in, I don't know, it was just a breeder in this bad condition. So we got this, and we named her Philly. So you always have I finally got a second dog, and this is it. So I wanted to share it, because I always have a special place for you guys. She did pretty good for being up here.
It was a college town, and I bombed. This is probably 10 years ago. There was no green room at this club. So I panicked. I didn't want to walk. Everyone walked past me because it was showing so bad. I went into the bathroom, went into the stall, locked it, and everyone came in there saying how bad the show was. For 20 minutes, everyone's like, dude, that was terrible. And I was in there listening. I couldn't get out.
Yeah. You could never find an opening to go.
Because people kept coming in and thinking,
hey, buddy, you almost done?
Yeah.
And then
It just sounds like him. Yeah. Yeah.
You almost threw in there, pal. Imagine you had to come out. Oh, that's the nightmare, dude. Every time you go to the bathroom in a comedy club and they don't have like a private one, you're just out there, you're just like, please.
Yeah.
Please don't just be like, that guy was terrible.
People repeat stories quick. I bet the average person has 3 stories, like 3 good stories.
If I'm at a party,
It's more than I got.
and I say something that makes people laugh, I'll hit different groups at that party.
You go on tour with it at the dinner party.
Yeah, that's what my thing is for that party. And once I've hit everyone, I leave.
Yeah. Great. Throws me out of bounds. He's out of bounds. It's no good. I'm out of bounds. I'm supposed to stay in bounds. Like, go over to, like, you're running out of bounds. He doesn't know he doesn't get it.
Ooh.
That was good.
He's nice with it.
You guys get coming. I'd oblige.
No, we got to root for Ohio State now.
Just a little bit, right?
Yeah,
We're not playing Vanderbilt. Just a little house.
Yeah. When you're not playing Vandy. You have to go there.
My parents and I came to America because we knew people are happy here. And we landed in Kennedy Airport, going through immigration. And the officer said to me, what do you want to do in America? And I said, I want to be a Russian comedian. He started laughing. He said, that sounds like Amish electrician. And then I see dogs are sniffing my luggage. And I said, what are they doing? And they said, they're looking for drugs. I said, wow, I heard in America people are hooked on drugs, but dogs? He started laughing again. I said, I'm doing pretty good for Amish electrician.
I'm from South Carolina.
Yeah.
Are there any other words that give you trouble?
Oh, yeah.
Because when I first got up here, people were like, you have a Southern accent.
Yes.
I'm like, no, I do not.
I didn't think I did either.
Yeah.
Oil, like oil, like motor oil. That's a big one.
That's good.
It's
a good
oil.
one.
Like when I lived here, I have to like know, like, all right, if I'm going to go buy 10 full, and I have to ask someone, I would have to like know, like if I want, it depends if I want a whole conversation. Like, because if I go 10 full, it's going to be a lot of like, what? And it's like 10 full. Like, it's like, so I'd have like 10 foil. And that would just get right to it.
Right. That also sounds kind of aggressive.
People took it that way. And it was a lot. Silver war, for some reason I say silver.
So the Civil War?
Yeah.
Call the Silver War?
The Silver War.
That's not a Southern accent. That's just wrong.
That could be. That could be.
They know how to say it down there.
Yeah.
I guarantee.
I say silver.
I guarantee.
Yeah. And I talk about it more than you think. And no, I don't. But it's funny.
Not in public.
Yeah, not
obviously.
yeah. Poem is
Oh,
another
poem.
one.
Yeah, I grew up with poem.
Poem, yeah.
Poem. I had a teacher when I was a kid. We were doing homonyms, and she said, you know, you have like a hymn, that boy over there, and a hymn you sing in church, and the hymn in your dress.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And my mom was there on a parent-teacher day,
Yeah.
and I heard her say, and a hymn in your dress, and I looked at my mom, and she went, don't say anything.
Yeah.
Just let her go. Just let her go.
Just yeah.
You got to play with Rory McIlroy.
I did.
I mean,
it was.
You were
He's
partners.
awesome, dude.
What was this? Arnold Palmer?
Yeah, it was Arnold Palmer's the Pro-Am. Just two. Look at that. Just two dudes, man. Just playing golf.
That's not two dudes, man. That's Rory McIlroy and you.
I know, two just in shape. In shape.
Not two
I'm
in-
wearing that shirt to confuse everybody from my body. Because it's like got so much stuff on it that everybody's like, they go, is he? They go, like, is he in shape? You're like, I don't. It's not like I can't. It's like one of those pictures you stare at and you're just trying to see a boat. In the middle.
That's the shirt you wore?
Yeah, that's the shirt.
Did you get tips from Rory?
I did. He tells you. He told me how to putt. It's like he says it, and you're like, I don't know. You know, it's hard to take tips from someone at that level.
Yeah.
Because he can't dumb it down enough. So he's like, just putt like this, and you're like, I just politely go, all right, and then I just like
Do what you do.
yeah. Then you're like, I don't know what he was saying.
Yeah, but then here's another photo that I thought was very interesting. Is you and Rory, and I just want to know why is he holding the umbrella for you? He's the Grand Slam winner. He's the Masters champ.
This was pre-Grand Slam, so I think I was the top dog on that one. Because obviously now I don't think he would do it as a Grand Slam. It would be hard for me to get him to hold the umbrella now.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
This should never have happened.
I didn't look. He did not have a green jacket at that point. So,
Gosh, Rory, yeah.
This fall, you're going to be hosting the Emmys.
I know.
That's a big gig. It can be a strange room.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
A lot of industry people.
Thank you.
People are nervous.
I'm nervous.
If they're nervous, am I going to win? And if they lose, they don't want to be there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any plans? What do you got?
My plan was you. I was going to really rely on you. You've done it.
Sure. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, so it's like, I don't know. It's like, did you watch all the shows?
What do you mean?
I haven't seen all the shows.
Oh no, I don't have time for TV.
Yeah.
I hear you were good on SNL. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to try to bring it. I guess I'll just do what I do. Like, I'm very self-deprecating and try to bring it inward. I know it's like a tough thing. You're up for all these awards and all this stuff. So you don't want to just be, I want everybody to have a good time and try to make it as lively and fun as a moment. And I'll make fun of me. And then
Do you do song and dance or anything like that?
No, I don't. This is it, man. You get this energy at MSG or here because it's only this energy. So if you're not on board with this, it's going to be a long ride.
I stayed at a unbelievable Airbnb this weekend, right on the Tennessee River. Beautiful view. But I get there and there's a little note that says, "Hey, by the way, we have 2 cats. Feed them a can of tuna every day." I have cats. I'm like, whatever. One night, we're sitting there watching TV, and we smell something, and we're like, oh, no. And Connor Larson, who was with me, he gets up, he starts walking, he slips in cat, fair to call it diarrhea, all over the floor of the living room. Slips on it. We turn the lights on. It's everywhere, dude. One of these cats has just, destroyed the living room downstairs. So I messaged the Airbnb owner and I was like, hey, dude, we tried to clean up a little bit, but it smells horrific downstairs. We can't even be downstairs right now. They sent back this long apology. They were like, we just switched flea medication. One of the side effects is diarrhea or whatever.
Also not in the email.
Yeah.
Before you.
Yeah, they didn't include that for sure.
Right.
Whether free samples should be allowed at ice cream shops.
But no other place where you get food works like that. Why do you get to try a little bit out?
Because it's like crazy. Because it's like cotton candy.
Is it? Oh, vanilla?
something.
That's crazy, dude.
I know, but they have cotton candy.
Yeah, but you know what cotton candy tastes like.
Cotton candy ice cream?
Yeah. I mean, you have an idea.
Maybe people don't, maybe not
Frozen?
all people know what food tastes like on the top of their head.
I come in with a little more knowledge than the average customer.
Yeah.
That's probably
You're
true.
beyond you're an educated guess where they go, yeah, but other people don't have ice cream all day, every day. And you go, so can they try the cotton candy?
Yeah,
How do they got to go?
It's a treat for them. They're not just going there and trying all the flavors.
Yeah. Some of them, they don't, it's not a daily thing. You were here yesterday. You got to try something. He goes, no, these people go once a year.
I think 2 samples is fair.
Correct Opinions with Trey Kennedy is now a part of the Nateland Podcast Network. We appreciate that, dude. You're helping us.
No, man.
We're bringing you down.
Yeah.
My whole family's relying on you carrying this, Nateland, because you better, I swear to you, Trey, this better be unbelievable.
All right. Well, I hope it is. And
It is. I know. I'm
I'm honored, man. I'm really, really excited. I've been doing this podcast for years, and it's grown and it's changed, and this is like definitely the next great step for me and for us. So I'm really pumped.
What are you talking about on it? Like
Correct Opinions. So I was born out of, I like to think I have all the right takes. So we got my co-host Jake.
You're that age that probably
right. It was very Correct Opinions, and now it's like, well, maybe I'm not that correct, but now I'm almost coming.
I know you do this podcast. You have Jake Triplett and your wife,
My wife Katie. Yep.
Correct Opinions each week on Nateland YouTube channel. Go and listen wherever you enjoy your podcast. Trey, glad to have you, buddy. We'll see you soon, man.
Perfect. Thanks again, man.
Correct opinion.
Okay. I checked into this hotel the other day, and they gave me a little sheet of paper. It was instructions on how to check out faster. I was like, oh, okay, well, let me ask you this. What's faster than just leaving? I mean, that's how I've been doing it. I'm going to be honest with you here. I didn't even realize there was a checkout process. Just felt like you see me leave here with all these bags. You get up into that room and I'm not in there. You know I've checked out. I could still be checked into a lot of hotel rooms all across the country. I show up, try to check in. They're like, sir, we're showing you're still checked in here. Yeah, you owe us quite a bit of money. A lot of us were wondering if you were still alive. You left that do not disturb sign on the door and we couldn't get in there. What are other people doing? Are they going up to the register, ringing that bell, going, hey, hey, just want to let you know I'm about to head on out of here. Yeah, I've had a good time getting to know you this weekend as I come and go by here, but I know you got used to seeing me go out the door, and then later in the day I'll be coming back in here, but that's not what's going to be happening today, though. Today when I go out that door, I'm not coming back. So if there's anything you want to say to me, better go ahead and say it, because it might be a year or so before I'm back around. You might not be working here by then, Not with the kind of attitude I've seen you have.
I'm serious. When you hear what I have to say, you're going to want to go outside and vape. I was fat shamed by my doctor. There it is. Fat shamed by my doctor. I'm 5'8", 195 pounds, solid steel sex appeal. You know what my doctor said to me? He said, Michael, you're obese. I said, Doc, the correct terminology is Italian American. That's what we like to be called now, Italian American. I'm very thin for an Italian American, dare I say frail. And I'm very tall. I could play professional basketball in Italy. How dare you? He said, no, Michael, obesity is a medical term. He showed me on a chart. It was a pie chart, which is a slap in the face. Shows somebody that they're fat on their favorite food. He goes, Mike, you should be 5'8", 160. I said, Doc, if an Italian guy comes in here 5'8", 160, look at me. He's sick. He's sick or his mother hates him.
Stay at a hotel, you're going to get an email a day later with a survey. And these survey questions, they're very pointed. It's not, how did you like the Holiday Inn? It's when you checked in, were you greeted by the front desk? Did they offer you? Just ask me what you want to ask me. Should we fire Carol? I see what's going on here. You guys don't have any managers on staff, so you want me to be a tattletale. You want me to tell on Carol, and I'm not a rat. I'm not going to rat Carol out, okay? I'm not going to do it. I don't even leave bad Yelp reviews. You know why? I'm a comedian, and sometimes I have bad shows, and I would prefer that you guys shut up about it, okay? Like, it's just, we don't need to tell everybody anything, all right?
I can beat the electric chair. When they sentence you to the electric chair, it's 20 years before they execute you with all the appeals and whatnot. Every day in my cell for 20 years, what would I be doing? Praying? I don't think so. Writing a letter to the governor? Not likely. Every day in my cell for 20 years, I would be, look at me, incrementally electrocuting myself. Every day, a little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. Then on execution day, I would be confident to the point of being arrogant. Because they would be like, do you have any last words? I'd be like, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I will beat your electric chair. I will beat your electric chair.
Pitch to you.
They wrote it. They thought I could do it. I mean, they wrote it. I didn't write it because a lot of people think I wrote it. But when we did it in the table read, it didn't go great because I'm used to playing off a crowd. So my timing is kind of based off a crowd. And so, I mean, it was almost going to get cut because the table read, it was long and it was like, I wasn't, wasn't like bringing it, I guess, at a table. And then Lauren, he's like, all right, you can do it in dress rehearsal. It was the last sketch, and it murdered. It just destroyed. And then it got moved up to third. And so that's once they saw it with the crowd and the timing, it was.
Well, and that you probably got into it yourself in that regard too, right?
Oh,
you're getting the feedback.
You're getting the feedback.
It's brilliant. It really is brilliant. It's wild to me that I would hear from you that the timing was off because your timing in it is absolutely perfect.
Once you get that crowd.
Because it is kind of funny where it's just, we're going to have different metrics. We're going to have different numbers. Yeah. We're going to have something for 2,000 pounds. Well, what's 1,000 pounds? Nothing.
Yeah, nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Yeah. When we did the second one, I was, it was kind of like, I don't want to try to. So when we did it, it just felt so different. It was just like, it's a fun device to make fun of, like, relatable questions that we all have.
So was there a third one coming if you go back? What do you think?
I mean, hopefully if I get back.
You'll get back.
Yeah.
I can tell.
I got one more thing to tell you, but I want to show you something that we got today. So it was the reason it's special. So we got it from the Pennsylvania ASPCA.org. Yeah. So sometimes we go somewhere, they bring dogs, and this was one of the dogs. It's a rescue. It doesn't look like a rescue, but it is. It looked like she was rescued from a mansion. And you go, this dog's doing better than me. But they kept her in, I don't know, it was just a breeder in those bad conditions. So we got this, and we named her Philly. So you always have I finally got a second dog, and this is it. So I wanted to share it, because I always have a special place for you guys. She did pretty good for being up here.
I got all kinds of friends now, single, married, divorced. I got one friend, he got married, divorced, remarried the same woman. I talked to him a few days ago. He said, I'm depressed. I'm like, why are you depressed? He said, I'm having marital problems. I'm like, dude, you're not having marital problems. You have a learning disability.
God forbid I go to a store she has a coupon for. I mean, I'll be walking into the parking lot just to get a call. Don't buy anything. I have a coupon. I'm like, do you think I'm going to come home and get that coupon? Is that what you think's about to happen? I'm going to try to pay more now that you called. I don't even know if Target allows that, but I'm going to try to negotiate up on this toothpaste. You better hope they don't ask me to round up. I'm rounding up. I hate coupons so much, and she's addicted to them. She will not let me leave. Like, I got a coupon. I'm like, I just feel so stupid. I'm buying deodorant, and I'm like, I don't have all the money, but I'm almost there. But I do have this coupon. One day, I hope to be able to pay full price. We are saving up as much as we can.
I don't know how it is here, but the Starbucks in New York, someone's always in the bathroom for a long time. It's one guy. He's really in there. I don't know what he's doing in there, but he's in there real good. I can tell you that. He's living his best life. I don't know if he's finishing college or starting a podcast, but he's in there. He's in there real good. And just when I think he's coming out, water starts coming from underneath the door, indicating that he's not coming out anytime soon. The last time I was at Starbucks, I was waiting in line for the bathroom. The man in front of me had a dog that was wearing a sweater. I hate it. It's so condescending. The dog looked like he went to a better college than I did. It looks like he could bite somebody and he's already dressed for court. The line's taking too long. I exit the line and now I'm waiting in the line for coffee, which is also very long, but it's moving, and I eventually get to the front, and the girl with the purple hair goes to take my order, and I go, medium black coffee, nothing in it. She goes, don't you mean grande? I said, miss, I don't think it's the right time to be teaching me Italian. There's a man swimming in your bathroom. Are you guys parents? Do you have kids? Yes. Yes. I have a word for you, parents. Hero. You guys are heroes. And I'm not just pandering. I'm saying that because there's no way to discipline these kids anymore. Everything is illegal. Think about it. You can't shake them. You go to jail for that. Leave them in a hot car. You'll make the newspaper. Leave them alone. They eat Tide Pods. I read that one. I was like, our kids are getting dumber. They're eating laundry detergent. Then I did my laundry with Tide Pods. Can I be honest with you? I almost ate one. Have you seen Tide Pods recently? They look delicious. It looks like a gelato that can clean your clothes. I think Tide is willfully trying to kill our children at this point. That's why when people ask me, are you pro-life or pro-choice? I just go, roll Tide.
So you're given two options. One is all expenses paid. You're in space for what, 20 minutes or something? Sure. You just go up out, you get to see the Earth, you come back down, right? Or a week in Myrtle Beach. They give you a hotel and...
Yeah, I would think you'd have to go take that. I mean, but I would say take out like fear and someone just being like, I don't want to be in a closed space.
What's scarier than Myrtle Beach? You know what I mean? You're going space. Huh?
Yeah, I think you got to go
I feel like
space.
you upped the time on it because the Jeff Bezos thing was,
talking about the Katy Perry, all the way.
Yeah, that was not quite 20 minutes.
No, I mean, even
but it's like even if it's for 5, it's to see that is like no one's ever going to. When someone asks you about your Myrtle Beach vacation, no one really wants to hear about it. You know, like no one, they're just saying it because they just, what are we supposed to say? You came back from work and they go, how was Myrtle Beach? And I love Myrtle. This is nothing against Myrtle Beach, but when you come back and you go, how was space? All anybody would talk about in your office was we got a guy from our office going to space.
It's debatable if they really went to space.
682 people have reached the altitude of space. in the history of mankind. Myrtle
Enjoy
Beach gets
yourself.
17 million visitors every year.
Yeah, it shows it's a good spot. People are choosing it. People are choosing it.
Nobody wants to go to space.
Yeah, only 700 people went to space. Come on.
Also, when you walk into Walgreens, they have shopping carts. No. I have met your employees, and they cannot handle that kind of volume, right? Like I have seen them struggle with 2 items. Now we're going to encourage people to get 54. That's a bad idea. Everybody in this room knows the unwritten rule at Walgreens: whatever you can hold in your hand, that's how much you can buy. If you need more, you turn around, you go to Target. That's a Target trip. You don't bring a Target trip to Walgreens. And God forbid an old person gets their hands on one of those carts, they'll have to shut it down. Sorry guys, Walgreens is closed. Mort got a cart.
I've actually had 3 employees named Dusty working in the same small 6-employee office at once. It was hard to know who was talking, so we nicknamed them He Dusty, She Dusty, and Sarge as he's former military. If your Dusty worked with us, what should we nickname him?
Well, people used to call me Slayer because of my last name.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's what we would do.
Yeah.
I would goth it up a bit. I'd go back to this guy
Yeah.
and be Slayer. I'd come in with some heavy metal.
It's a lot to call someone. Though.
Yeah, but you want
A
to keep it
man,
cool,
A
though.
grown man in an office, you don't want to call him Slayer.
Well, listen, I don't know what's going on in that office, but they got 3
Yeah.
Dusties in there. Something going on in that office. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what
3
they
out
do.
of 6.
50-50 if my zipper's up or down anymore. It's a true flip of the coin. I don't know what's happening. I've zipped up my whole life. And now, just head out. I'm like, all right, I'll see you boys later. Just head out. Take my pants off at home. They come off easy. I'm like, that was 4 hours I was walking around like... I think it's because I'm peeing so much longer. And I'm not used to this new old rhythm yet. Because in your 40s, there's a lot of false stops. You learn pretty quick to be like, let's hang back, let's let traffic thin out a little bit. I watch young people come and go. I'm like, tell my family I'm okay. I don't think of the consequences with everything. Like, we have 1 dog. I would like another dog. My wife does not want another dog because it's a lot. It's a lot to have 2 dogs because you got to open the back door and let 2 dogs out. Then you shut it. And now they're out there. You're inside, not dealing with it. But then they want to come back in, and you're like, gotta go let all these dogs back in. You're like, 1 dog, 2, look at all these dogs everywhere.
We used to have to watch videotapes, man, and not the good ones. Like of our matches. We watched that Northern Iowa match. It was just me and him and a VCR in this little room. Like, look at you, Warren. I'd put it on pause, but I don't need to because you're not moving. Earlier in the match, we were on our feet. That's how you start a wrestling match. You're both on your feet. You do. And he had this rule. When you're on your feet, you should never, ever get taken down near the edge of the mat. Okay? Because, like, if you're concentrating, you can just sort of step out of bounds, and then they'll bring you to the center and start over. Well, I was not concentrating, and we watched the match several times. Like several times. Look at you, Warren. Look at you. Why didn't you just get a cup of coffee and smoke a cigarette? You were obviously on your break. Show it again. I'd say you went down like a sack of potatoes, but a sack of potatoes would have had the sense to get out of bounds. Show it again. I mean, maybe a sack of mashed potatoes, because you're soft like mashed potatoes. Show it again. I mean, you're just standing straight up. You might as well have sent him an invitation to take you down. Dear Northern Iowa, you are cordially invited to shoot a double leg takedown on me. I will not be able to defend myself as I have no idea what the proper wrestling stance is. Even though my coach has explained it to me 79,000 times. Sincerely, Warren. Show it again.
All right, one of the really cool things about Big Slick, as you all know, is that we get to invite people that we know in the industry. And this next guy, I became a fan of because my girlfriend was a fan of his comedy on Jimmy Fallon, and she made me go here in Kansas City to watch stand-up, and I went and saw him and just was blown away. Then I watched his special, and then I watched everything I possibly could, and I reached out to him and said, dude, you are so hilarious. How would you like to come to an amazing charity event in Kansas City? And without hesitation, he said yes. And during the show this night at the Sprint Center, I kept going back to him and saying, you sure you're going to do okay? You sure you're going to be, you sure your jokes are good? You sure just messing with him. He proceeded to get up and tear the Sprint Center down. I've never seen a crowd rush to give a standing ovation like I did that night. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to my friend, Nate. How do you say his last name again? Natebargatze. Enjoy.
This next comedian we're bringing to the stage is one of the hottest comedians there is right now.
Yes,
He's got an amazing Netflix special on right now called The Tennessee Kid. His name is Natebargatze. He's here to perform for you right now. Give him a big Kansas City welcome.
Yes, yes. Nice. We got him. We got him.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to put this energy pretty late in the show. This is what my energy is. Dustin? Look, thank you for having me here. This is very exciting. Got to play some sports, softball. Struck out, but, it's just a pretty big yellow ball. And I like to play, I play a lot of sports. I like to golf. And recently I was golfing, and I got done, and I was very hot and gross. So I wanted to change my shirt before I drove. So I'm standing in the trunk of my car in the parking lot. I take my shirt off, and this old man walks up and he goes, Olivia? He was looking for his elderly wife and saw me with no shirt on. I covered up. I was like, what's that? And he was like, all right, honest mistake. And I was like, that hurts worse than saying Olivia. I don't know who he offended more, me or Olivia. I think we could both have a word with him. I'd love to meet her, though. I tell you, I'd love to see her and be like, all right, I get it. It was an honest mistake. I don't have a good body. That's the message. It's not. You ever wear those Under Armour shirts, those skin tight ones? Like I look better without a shirt on than with that shirt on. It just shows the worst parts of your body. They have like plastic surgery, how they draw markers on you? They should just put you in that shirt and be like, obviously you can see what we're going to go after. We did play softball. I did do some sports growing up. I played baseball, and when I was 13, I was playing baseball. One time I was up to bat, and I got walked. So I take my base, I get to first base, and I turned around, and the catcher was still standing there, and he was holding the ball. He's like staring at me, like he was daring me to run. And I was like, all right, dude, I'm going to go. So I ran, he threw it, over through second base, ball goes in the outfield. I run to third base, the outfield grabs the ball, they overthrow third base. My third base coach is telling me to go home. This is about to be an inside the park home run off a walk. I won't be on Sports Center. This is the biggest play that's ever happened in baseball. I slide, there's a play at the plate, and the umpire then tells us that it was only ball 3. This is exactly true. So, I've got to get up. Everybody's got to get up. I got to get my bat right where I left it. I got a bat again. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch, immediately strike out. I'm exhausted and just over baseball. Here's what I learned though that day. Here's what I learned. I learned that if you're confident, you can get away with quite a bit. Because no one tried to stop me, and they should have. They knew I wasn't supposed to go. That's why the catcher was holding the ball, because he was like, I don't think he's supposed to be going yet. And then I just run to second. He's like, guess I'm wrong. No one's that dumb. And then he launches it into the outfield, who's barely paying attention. The umpire figures it out, but it's just easier to let me get back to him. No one ever told the parents either. No one ever explained it to them. And they were cheering pretty hard. It's a pretty exciting play to watch. And they just see me slide into home and just stand up and bat again. Like that's just a rule in baseball. And you know what? What's funny too? The year before, I got a legit triple off a walk. So in that moment, I'm like, this is just what I do. You know, like I was like, don't walk me. Like this is my thing. All right. I'm a pretty dumb guy. That's the general. I went to a community college for 1 year, have 0 credits. 0. My loan was like $40. I paid cash. All my classes were outside. We never went inside the building. We would meet at a picnic table outside because our teacher was like, you guys will all be working outside one day. So I've like thought about like if I could time travel, if I could go back in time knowing everything I know now, I don't think you would even hear about it. I think I would just get stuck. I don't know anything. Like I don't think I could. I think if I went back, I don't think I could prove I'm from the future. Like who's the next president? I'm like, just name someone and I'll tell you if I've heard of them or not. But I have no idea. I am married as well. It's fine, you know, you just do it. This is what marriage is. It's just one guy talking and the other's like, I'm gonna get out of here. This is not. My wife, one time we were out on the lake with some of our friends and we were floating around in the water and there was a guy in a boat right next to us, and my wife was like, oh, that's my ex-boyfriend in that boat. I didn't know who he was. She didn't have to say anything at all. She was just basically like, are you having fun? Because I would like to put a stop to that, and make you stare at this guy. So I was staring at him, and then I looked at her, and she was staring at him, and I felt like she was staring at him to see what her life would be like if she didn't marry me. So I started staring at him to see what my life would be like if I didn't marry her. I mean, we were putting so much pressure on this guy, and nothing happened. We basically just realized we don't have a boat. But my friends were like, you shouldn't try to fight him. Why didn't you go fight him? I was like, I don't know, because I would have had to swim over to that fight. I don't know how intimidating that is for a guy to see a head in a life jacket floating his way. And then I got to get in the boat. Have you ever tried to climb into a boat from water? It's not aggressive. It takes an hour if no one is in the boat. I would need his help. That's how that fight would start. Oh, thank you. Is this... All right. We fight a lot, my wife and I. If we're gonna fight, she'll give me the silent treatment. And the silent treatment is very common. Everybody knows what it is. And I think you're just born knowing it. I don't think you're taught it. You know, it's just like something that's inside of you. Here's what made me realize that. I was rewatching the movie Sixth Sense. And look, I'm not trying to do a 6-inch joke. This is a 20-year-old movie. I mean, look how old he is now, Haley Joel Osment. It's that many years ago. That's the baby. It's 20 years old. I also have to spoil it for you, but again, it's 20 years old. So if you haven't seen it by now, then I don't know. Well, I don't know what to tell you. But think about when you saw this movie for the first time. None of us knew he was dead, too, by the way, just so you know. And if you haven't seen it, like, that's a pretty big part of it. But for those that have, think about it. When you saw this movie for the first time, none of us knew he was dead. That was the biggest surprise we've ever seen in a movie. We just thought his wife wasn't talking to him for like a year. That made more sense to us than him possibly being dead. And they don't hide him dying. A guy shoots him with a gun to start the movie. And we watched it for 2 hours, just like, this is what a movie about marriage. This is what marriage is like. Even if you get shot, it's your fault. We have a daughter as well, and when my daughter was to be born, I'm from Nashville, and when she was to be born, we were living in New York, but she was not born in New York. We flew home. She was born in Tennessee. I don't need her growing up thinking she's better than me. So I was like, you start where we start, all right? No one gets a leg up in this family. I love having a kid. Kids have very weird energy. Like their energy is like they want to fight you. They stare at you. They stare at just strangers for so long. And you try to stare back like, I will fight you in front of everybody. And they just look through you like, please, I would love it if you tried. I'm a big chain guy. I go to a lot of chain things. I just like to go to businesses that are doing good everywhere. I'm a big McDonald's fan. I go there quite a bit. And I take my friends, and every time I go in there, they're like, I haven't been here in forever. It's like, don't act like I'm the one keeping them afloat, all right? They're doing real good. So I went in with a buddy of mine, another comedian named Louis J. Gomez. And me and Louis, we go in, we ordered our food at McDonald's, and we sit down at our table. And then Louis went to the bathroom. He left me alone with his food. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to play a prank on him. So I grabbed his hamburger, I unwrapped it, I took a bite out of it, and I wrapped it back up and put it back on his tray. That's my big prank, right? Like when he comes back from the bathroom, I'll be like, dude, did they just eat your burger? That's crazy that they're doing that, right? Is that crazy? It's a dumb prank. It's harmless. It should never leave the table. All that should happen is Louis should come back, he should open his burger, and his first reaction should be to look at his best friend who's sitting with him, who also, by the way, dabbles in comedy, and just be like, hey, I just want to run this by you before I unexpectedly go freak out on this entire McDonald's. That's what I thought would go down. Just a little, hey, did you touch my food the only time it's out of my sight? I just want to know before I try to fight a group of people that are going to be pretty confused on why they're fighting. But instead, I got to learn I'm friends with a lunatic and a guy comfortable fighting McDonald's employees because he opened his burger and could not have ignored me quicker. He looked at them so fast, almost like he expected them to do it, like it's happened before. And he's like, again with this. I will fight all of you till I find out who ate my burger. And he gets up, and he starts walking towards them. I can't believe it's working. We have gotten so much farther than I'm prepared to get. So I just grabbed him. I go, dude, I ate it. Like, why would you not look at me once to see if I did this? And I get him to sit down, and it's weird. Like, everybody's looking at us. It takes 10 minutes for people to quit filming us with their phones. And it hits me. I'll just sit there. I was like, you're going to get killed one day, man. I was like, let's pretend I'm not here. Let's pretend that someone did eat your burger that worked at this McDonald's. You're just going to go blindly fight him. Not even try to size him up, see what he looks like. Do you really think you could beat up a guy that is apparently pretty confident in himself, that he's making burgers, he's then eating them, and then he's wrapping them up and just sending them out to whoever? You don't think that guy's probably the greatest fighter of all time? I think you're going to walk to the McDonald's counter and be like, who ate my burger? And all the McDonald's employees are going to part ways. They know exactly who you're talking about. And in the very back, you see a guy cracking his neck. He's got his fist in the fryer. Doesn't even know it. Just warming his hands up. All right, that's it for me. Thank you guys for letting me come out, honestly. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh! Unbelievable. Natebargatze, everybody. Natebargatze.
Look, and I don't read any books. I don't do it, and I think that matters. I do think that matters. Reading, I believe, is the key to smart. That's what I've always said, and I don't do it because every book is just the most words. It doesn't let up. I mean, every page is more words. It's like, what are you talking about there? Put some blank pages in there. Let me get my head above water for 2 seconds.
I went to career day for my daughter's school, and I get what I do is very fun. But I was nervous because I'm there with real people, and they're smart. And so I was hoping to sit at a table alone. They put me at a table with a surgeon, which I think they did it on purpose. Almost to show the kids, here's the difference between reading. So the kids come up, and they're like, what subjects do you use for comedy? And I don't even know what the subjects they're taking. I was like, I do English. I do mostly English on stage. They asked him, how long do you go to school to be a surgeon? And he's like 54 years or whatever. It's like and they asked me, they're like, how long to be a comedian? I was like, you're good now. So. Look, finish elementary school, make your parents happy, but then I'd get out and get after it.
I've seen 3 seconds of Rescue 911. I remember walking through the living room. My parents are watching it. I look at the TV. A guy has a ski mask on, and a woman is asleep with her feet out from under the covers, and he started rubbing her foot. That's all I saw. I kept walking. I don't know what happened before or after, but I know I've never been able to sleep with my feet out from under the covers. Because I accidentally saw that 30 years ago. And my feet get so hot, and I want to put them out so bad. It is very exciting to be here. Not all shows, though, are like this. I did a show in a prison once. All the way in it. We went in it. There was few more people than this. We go in, let's say, you guys are like the inmates. So I'm sitting here. I'm doing my dumb jokes. None of them work. Every joke I have involves being outside in the past 30 years. Nothing's relatable.
I'm like, traffic's crazy. Do you guys remember? Who remembers traffic? An inmate gets up and starts walking towards me. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. You know, like I've seen movies, like he's going to use me to break out. So I don't want to point at him, you know, but I am trying to draw. I'm like, the weather's been like pretty crazy. Should he be walking up like that? Turns out he's just going to the bathrooms. They're right behind me. He's a good guy. I judged him on what he was wearing and where we were at. It was my fault. He goes in, the bathrooms are not, they're like open. So I'm against this like brick wall, and I'm like standing, it goes like halfway up. So it's me, a brick wall, and then the urinals. And he just comes out and then comes and pees at picks the one right behind me. And so it's just me and him just standing there. He's peeing, I'm like trying to talk. And he just pees without even kind of a problem. It was the most confidence I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, I thought, whatever you think this guy did it, all right? That's not, an innocent man doesn't pee like that. That's a guy, he's not getting out. I took social media off my phone. I have Instagram still on there. I feel like it's still okay. It's like, it's safe. Twitter's like, I feel like it's just like celebrities telling you you're the worst. That's all it is, all day. Whether it's like the presidential election, everybody's furious. And then there's a big pipeline thing. Remember that? They're like, we got to stop this pipeline. We're like, yeah, we do. I don't even know where this is at. I couldn't find it. Right now, I don't know what was in the pipe. I don't know if the pipe was above ground, but it was like, we got to stop. People have stuff there, and you can't be throwing pipes. You can't just throw pipes everywhere you want to throw pipes, you know? And it just... I follow Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, I'm a big fan. Just want to see what that guy's life is like. He tweets nothing fun out. I've learned that. He tweeted out 100 million sharks get killed a year by people. Just threw that up. No solution. I'm just at home in Tennessee, nowhere near an ocean. So many sharks. If you told me to guess how many sharks were alive, I would never have guessed 100 million. A million? I don't know. Like, who knows how many sharks there are? I tweeted back, I was like, all right, dude, I won't kill any sharks. I don't know. Is that what you wanted out of this? I won't do it. I've never even been near a situation where I thought I might have to kill this shark. Never even met a guy that's pet a shark, but I'm not getting involved now. Facebook is more, that's your like friends telling you you're the worst. It's more local. No one has a good day on Facebook. It's everybody's worst days of their lives. And you'll be like the first thing you look at. You like wake up and you like cut it on and then just be like, do you want to see a murder video? You're like, I don't at all. I just woke up. I'm just trying to see whose birthday it is, you know? And they're just like, well, we already started playing it. So, and you're like, all right, I guess I'll watch that. My wife gets mad because I don't like any of her photos. She's like, why don't you like any of my photos, you know? And it's like, is this not enough, us living together and stuff? And I did like it. When we took it, I said I like it. I told you I like it. I looked at it. I'm in it. I'm in the photo. There's not much more I can do with this photo. We've been together my entire life. Since we started dating when I was like 21. I'm 37 now. And like I went from like my mom to her. So I don't even know what it feels like to not have some lady be like, I don't know if I would do that, you know. And now we have a daughter, so I'll never know. I'll never know. We get in fights, you know, still. And when you're married for a long time, fighting is just, it can happen, it's open 24 hours, basically, at any time. We got in a fight recently at 3 a.m. We woke up to get in this fight. we have a dog, and our dog freaks out when it thunders. And so we have sedatives to give her because there's only so many times you can tell a dog it's just thunder before you're like, she's not getting it, you know. And you're like, just take this, all right? So I woke up, I had to wake my wife up, and I was like, hey, where are the sedatives at? And she was like, they're at the top of the cabinet. So I go get them. I looked at the bottle, and the bottle said they were expired. So I had to wake my wife back up, and I was like, hey, these say they're expired. And she was like annoyed. She was like, they're not expired, all right? They're new pills in an old pill bottle. And I was like, all right, I should have thought of that. You know, that's my fault. I mean, we have people come to our house all the time and they get milk and they're like, is this milk expired? And I have to go, that's new milk in an old milk jug. Are you the stupidest person I've ever met? Why would you not assume that's what it is? That's roughly what I told her. It wasn't as fun as that. And then she goes all in and tells me it doesn't matter because dog medicine can't even expire. Which I was like, you've never even heard a rumor about that. You don't know that. We don't know any dog medicine people. I know who she knows. We don't know one dog medicine maker that's texting her like, hey, we're doing some pretty big things at the dog medicine factory. I wanted to let you know first, but we've invented medicine that can't expire. So feel free to tell your husband at 3 a.m. We do have a daughter as well. We took her to Disneyland when she was 2, and people told us that was a mistake. We didn't ask anybody, but they were happy to tell us. And they were like, you're just wasting money, you know, she's not going to remember it. And I was like, I don't know. She believes in Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse is like real to her. It's like fun to see her get excited, you know. Should I just lock her in a closet and be like, do you remember yesterday? No? Well, until you start remembering things, I'm not going to waste any of my money on you, all right? We're trying to discipline her too, and it's hard to discipline kids nowadays. You know, you can't do it. You can't spank them. You can't talk about it in a microphone for sure. So it's like, what do? You got to hope it works out. Spanking got like blown out of proportion because like you would see like a video of a lady like fighting her kid in a Walmart parking lot, and they were like, no, you're not supposed to spank. You're like, that was a regular fight. That's not like what we're talking about. I was spanked. My generation was. It was fine, you know. You ever talk to really old generations? They just act like they were beat with bats. They say stuff to you like, that doesn't sound like that should have been happening. You should have called the police or something. Like the police would hit us as well. Everybody was hitting us. It's fun to be back home. I got my 20-year high school reunion is this year, and I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty invested. I didn't go to college, so this is like the last group of people I met. So I cannot wait. I love it. I went to the 10-year, loved it. Suggested a 15, no one wanted it. Finally, the 20 is here. My buddy told me, he's like, I'm going to lose weight for our 20-year reunion. And that always like feels, you know, you're like, why don't you lose it for the people that were in your life every day for the past 20 years? You've made your wife stare at your moose body for 15 years. Why don't you tone it up for her a little bit? He's like, no, I'll just save it for the people I hate. I'm going as is. Just, you know, this is what happened. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. I didn't work out then. I didn't start when I left. So I'm just seeing how it's going to go. I do zero working out. Not even, it's not like you're like, whoa, wow. Like it's like, yeah, we figured that. Every hotel I go to, I ask if they have a gym. I don't even have clothes that I could work out in. There's no way. I'm like, is it 24 hours? I was going to start tonight at midnight. So I was wondering if that's... What I've learned, what's easier than working out is just tell people that you used to weigh 300 pounds. That's a lot. They don't know, you know? So I've never weighed 300 pounds, but I look pretty amazing for a guy that used to weigh 300 pounds. You're like, yeah, I got tired of being tired, all right? You know? Today's my cheat day, obviously, but normally I'm pretty strict. I just don't eat anything healthy. I like apples, but I only like pre-cut apples. I won't eat a whole one, you know? I'm not a horse, all right? So could you guys do some work over there at the apple factory? You know, however apples get here. I've watched a lot of the documentaries that try to make you eat better. Like I watched Fed Up, and it's about all the food that I eat every day. There was nothing in it that I haven't had recently. You know that saying, like, I haven't had that in forever? I haven't said that in forever. There's nothing I haven't had. Airheads, that's usually something like, oh, are they still doing good? Yeah, they're doing great. They got more colors now. It's pretty fun, you know? I go to too much, like, chain stuff. Like, that's, I can't think outside of, like, going to, like, a chain place. And they mess up all the time, but I still just go back. I'll go to McDonald's, and I'll have, like, the nerve to be, like, in the drive-thru, like, and be like, hey, guys, I said no onions, and this has onions. And they just look at me like, you're too old to be here, man. Don't come here. This is not a real restaurant, all right? I'm 11 years old. That guy's 90. Go to, like, you live near here. Go to a regular place. I had a whole issue at a Starbucks. I went into Starbucks, ordered iced coffee with milk. Nothing crazy, you know. And the guy, like, looked at me weird. You know, like, when you're, like, get something in your head, you're like, I'm pretty sure he doesn't know what I said. But you're, like, too far in. You're both touching the credit card. So you just got to go, all right, let's see what he thinks he heard. And I go to the end of the counter, and he gives me milk with ice in it. I had to ask him. I go, what is that? He goes, milk with ice in it. I was like, what do you think? Do I look like a psycho to you, dude? I've never ordered milk publicly in the history of my life. I've never once in my life been out and thought, you know what I could go for right now? A cup of milk. I'd love to do that. I'd love a cup of milk. I'd like to drink it out of a straw, something else I've never done. Let's do that. And then let's put ice in it. Let's do something I didn't even know you could do. Let's do all that in front of all these people I don't know. And it was a Starbucks that was like in a Target. It wasn't even its own Starbucks. It was a Starbucks that's like, we don't really do everything. And I was like, do you do milk with ice in it by any chance? Is that something? I just go to all of them. And I still go. I go to everybody messes up. I want them to do so much better. I went to Walmart. I go there. I'm fine with them, you know. I'm a Walmart guy. Like, that's where I'm at. I went into one. I was trying to, and Walmart's getting a little, like, sometimes when you go in there, some of the people that work there are like, some of them I don't even know. You'll be talking to them. I'm like, I don't even know if you work here, if you're a customer. Like, it's 50-50. But they're willing to help, which is nice. I went into one. I was trying to buy a hammock. So I go in, I go back to where I imagine the hammocks live. And I went up to this guy and I was like, hey man, do you guys sell hammocks? And he was like, what's a hammock? And it threw me off enough that I was like, am I saying it wrong? I was like, I think I'm saying it wrong because you know what it is. And I was like, is it hammock with a T? Does that sound right? Like, do you guys sell hammocks? And he was like, we're out of hammocks. We're out of them. It's hammock season. And I left, went to my car, Googled where to buy a hammock. And Google was like, do you mean hammock? It's like, I sure do, Google. Where were you at during all of this? The other embarrassing part of that is, so it happened, and then I called like a comic buddy of mine to tell him the story. And I was like, this is funny, right? But then I asked him, I was like, hey, do you think if I tell people I was buying a hammock, is that going to come off like I'm bragging? Like, for some reason, in my head, that's just like a wealthy purchase. Like, that's a hammock at Walmart. Like, an audience would be like, whoa, all right. I didn't know we were just hearing about how good you're doing. Man, what's it like to have two trees that close together? Is it nice? I heard it looks nice. I've seen pictures. I've had my one like fancy purchase. I had LASIK surgery, and we were living in New York, so I had it. It was in Manhattan. Got a deal on it, so that helps knock it down. It worked. You know, I can't see this side of the room, but besides that, this side I see almost too good. And No, he was fine. And they did a couple things that were weird. Besides the deal I got, they want to show you the video, like before you have it. They're like, here, watch eye surgery, and you're like, just do it. I don't want to watch. Like, I trust. We're in a building. This seems like a real thing. So just go. If I was doing that out of some guy's van, I might ask that guy for a video. But you know, be normal. And the other thing, they didn't make me bring anybody. And I was like, should I bring someone to take me home? And they're like, no, most people can see. I was like, you said most. You sure? It's not a big deal. I'll tell someone where I'm at. They're like, no, don't. Did you tell anybody where you're at? Don't tell anybody. So I go in. They give you a Valium. You go back and you do it. Then you get done. They give you those big sunglasses. And then I'm on a Valium. They're like, you good? You're like, yeah. This is the funnest. This is like the funnest surgery ever. This has been a fun day, to be honest. And they're like, can you see? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, so I go down. I'm in Manhattan. So we get out and I start walking to go to the subway, get a few blocks away. And then my eyes start hurting so bad. And I just want to keep them shut. You don't want to open them. And so I'm like, I can't get home. So I get my phone. I'm like blinking and I get to my wife and I call her. And I was like, you got to come get me. I can't see. You know, and I was like, and you should have come too, by the way, all right? Like, why are you not here? So I was like, you got to come find me. I don't know where I'm at. I've made turns. So I was like, just go back to that place and then just expand your search around buildings until you find me. And I just stood I put my hand on a building and I just stood like, because I was afraid I would like drift out in the street and just be like just shuffling. The next thing I know, I'm in the middle of the road, just big sunglasses, which is wouldn't be that different for New York. And so I'm just standing, I stood with my hand like this for like 30 minutes. I mean, we were to the point with, if anybody confidently just walked up, they could have taken me home. Next person that goes, let's go, I was living with them for the rest of my life. It's fun doing comedy with, like, 'cause you get to travel so much. I fly a bunch, and it never gets easy when you fly. Like, you just think, like, every plane you're on is going to go down. It's not in a dark, you know, it's never relaxing. I had, I've gone on a plane once, and, you ever get on and just look at everybody on it, and it just looks like a group that would go down in a plane crash. Like, for some reason, you're like, I feel like I've seen all of us before. I had a pilot tell us right before we took off that he was retiring, and this was his last flight. You're like, all right, why don't you just say that when we land, dude? Like, it's not like we're gonna be different people. We're the same people. He's basically just like, either way, this is my last flight. So, all I can tell you is I'm not flying again after this. I'm trying to get better. Like, when you travel now, you go to like different cities. It's like to actually go explore the town and see stuff. I went to Wilmington, North Carolina, and yeah, a couple of us. All right, and they have a big battleship there, and it's in it looks like it's a river because you can see across. It doesn't look big, but it's probably part of the ocean. It's like one of those where you're like, could I drink that water? Could I not? You know. I don't know, but you can't ask that. You can't ask someone how water works. So I didn't even go on it, but it's there. I just wanted you to not think I didn't see it if you go. But I looked up some other stuff to do. They have a thing there called Cape Fear Serpentarium. And it's just a guy's house, and he has a bunch of snakes, lizards, and a crocodile just in his house. He has the world record for being bitten by a viper snake. It's 7 times. Which is it's a record no one is trying to get. It's so many times. He was bitten 3 times and then 4 more times after that. That's how many times he was bitten. 3's a ton, and then 4 more after is just too many. But I was like, I gotta go see this. This is gonna be amazing. So I go, I walk in. Right when you walk in, he's got a lobby set up. And in the lobby, he has 2 parrots and then a bunch of anti-government posters. That's he just has those things. It's 2 parrots and a lot of stuff on chemtrails. You know, he's basically just this is what I would love to talk to you about. And you're like, I just want to see some snakes, man. He's like, all right, but maybe later can I corner you and talk to you about it? And you're like, I don't know, let's see how the snakes go. So I went and I paid. It was $9, obviously cash only in a place like that. And so I give him my $9. I go up. First snake I see is a gaboon viper. It's a crazy venomous snake. And there's a story written out about how venomous it is. And the story was that these two kids broke into the Washington National Zoo in the early 1980s to steal a gaboon viper for whatever reason. So they get it, they put it in a trash bag. When they're walking out, they have the trash bag over their shoulder as if they forgot what they just did. The snake bites through the trash bag because it's a 1980s trash. It's not like a Glad one now, you know. This was like when trash bags were not doing good. So it bit the kid. The kid went into a coma for 4 days, and then it was like, that's all we know. We don't know what happened. And you're like, that's the whole reason I'm even reading this, to see what... Did he die? Is he stronger? Are you him? Like, what's the rest of the story? So if you ever go, and you should go, if you ever go, 3 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, he feeds these things. So I looked at my watch. It was like 3 p.m. I was like, all right, we'll go watch these things eat. So the first snake they go to feed is the black mamba. It's another crazy venomous snake that should not be in America outside of a zoo, especially not at a guy's house that hates America. So we're like, all right, we got to go see this. So we get down there. He puts a chicken wired fence around him. So if a snake gets out, he'll just get out of that fence pretty quick. The fence has holes in it that I would describe as a little bit bigger than a black mamba. And I mean, we're leaning on it. We're getting kids up against it. We're like, no, you get up here. Push. Their kids' faces are against it. So we all stand around. He's a bucket of like dead mice. He grabs a mouse. He throws it in there. He eats it. We all cheer, and then we move on. Next one we go to is 12-foot anaconda. This snake is huge. He props open the glass cage with a 2x4. That's how big it is. Props it up. No chicken wired fence. It's non-venomous. Worst case scenario, we're all going to wrestle this snake. So we're all standing there around. He gets his bucket back out, but this time it's got dead rabbits in it. And they're the biggest rabbits I've ever seen I would have paid $9 to see what that rabbit's life was like. Just to see that rabbit drive up that day. He gets these giant, two-handed tongs that they look like they're for this. So he grabs a rabbit. He kind of steps back. He's going to make the snake come out and get it like he's hunting. So it's the rabbit, it's him, children, and then us. I mean, no, he's the only employee there. So we stand there. Luckily, the snake comes out. He gets the rabbit. He's constricts it. It falls to the ground. He lifts it. He puts it back in. He goes, well, Easter Bunny's dead. Makes that joke for the kids. Yeah. And we waited for him to say he was joking. He did not. Yeah, he stared at the kids harder, almost to assure it. That's what it is. Then he goes, all right, you have permission to touch the snake. No one's asking. We're walking away. No one was like, I bet this is where we can pet him. They're leaving, and he makes the kids pet him. And they most don't want to touch the snake. Most are petting the rabbit he was eating. It was like the 30s. There's no rules in this place. It's like riding a ski lift. You ever been on a ski lift and halfway up you're like, hey, my bar didn't lock. Should it have locked? I don't do this ever. So the last one is the crocodile. We go to the crocodile. It's a 10-foot crocodile. This crocodile has been staring out at his cage at everybody. He's trying to remember you for supporting this guy. He's like, I'll find you one day. I mean, if he was in here right now with a hat on, I wouldn't be surprised. That's how nervous I am when I go out. So we all stand around. Crocodile's there. He unlocks the door. Door's unlocked. He gets his rabbit bucket. And he grabs a rabbit, and he's going to just open the door and throw it in there and eat it and watch it. He grabs the rabbit, he gets it right here. The crocodile sees the rabbit and comes forward, hitting the door, which is unlocked and we learn also broken. Hits the door. The crocodile's momentum just takes him out into the carpet they were staying with us. The kid, there's a 10-foot crocodile just on the floor. So everybody just starts losing it. It's like a Godzilla movie. People are just running. Everybody's crying. People are crying real hard. Just bawling. Everybody's dead behind you. You just assume it. You don't even look. Some lady was like, my husband. I was like, your husband's gone, lady. He's gone. We shouldn't be here. There's so many signs that say we shouldn't be here. And we just leave, because the cobra was next. She's like, I don't know if the cobra's in a cage. Who knows where this cobra's at? He might have been watching this with us. This is a real story. And here's my proof. I have proof to this story. Is there's a TripAdvisor review from that day. It's not my review. I'm not a review guy. But someone reviewed it. And you can look at it. Go to TripAdvisor. Type in Wilmington, North Carolina, Cape Fear Serpentarium. When you get there, go to the reviews. They have 4 stars to 1 stars. If you want to see what I'm talking about, I would start at the 1 stars. They're all pretty fun to read, though. You know, 4 stars loved it. They think the place is great. 3 and 2 stars, they're usually pretty hung up on the propaganda in the lobby. They can't get past that. And then just go to the 1 star that says, crocodile got out of the cage. It's the best 1-star review I've ever heard in my life. Like, just the most, oh, did that poster hurt your feelings? Did a crocodile get out when you were there? Because he got out with us, and we didn't think he should have been out with us. So 1 star. All right, thank you guys so much. Look, to be honest, I've never taken care of the 1 dog we have, but 2 would be fun. Our dog sleeps in our bed, and someone told me you're not supposed to do that because you lose dominance over the dog. And I asked him, I said, what year do you think it is? These are all doodles. They're barely dogs. It's the person. They're people. This guy acts like it's 1980 when you kept the dog outside all year. Those you needed dominance over. You had a wolf in the backyard. Friends come over. You want to go outside? I wouldn't. Chuck E. Cheese is rough. I don't know if you've been there in a while. They look like they're trying to go out of business and they can't. They filed for bankruptcy and they're still open. They called Blockbuster and they're like, how do you get out? We want out. They're updating nothing. That Chuck E. band is just robotic. I mean, the drummer doesn't even turn on. It just sits like that the whole time. They sell booze to parents now. They just give them buckets of Bud Light. They're drunk in a booth at 9 a.m. And someone drives those kids home. I don't see a bunch of Ubers and Lyfts showing up. There was a Chuck E. Cheese that got caught. If people didn't eat all their pizza, they would just put it back out on the buffet. And that would shut down any normal business. And with Chuck E. Cheese, they have thrived. I mean, when I read the story, I was like, I thought that's what they were doing. I thought we agreed that that's fine. I didn't even know what the article was about. So I sit on it for like 6 months, like a long time. We finally get in a fight. I don't remember what the fight was about. Nothing. I don't know. It wasn't laundry. I remember that. So I'm losing this fight. And so in my head, I'm like, this is it. I mean, I was sad to see it go. That's how good I felt. I felt bad for her. I mean, I was like, she thinks she's winning this fight. I'm about to drop a bomb on her right now. So just out of nowhere, I just go, I do my own laundry. And I mean, I said it like, they don't make them like this no more. I was shocked that it started a second fight I never saw coming. I can be wasteful. If something gets to the bottom, I will throw it away. Ketchup. If ketchup gets like that much left, I'm like, blah. She will put the old ketchup with the new ketchup. That way your ketchup's always gross. Toothpaste. I will use it to what I think the average person uses it to. I don't think I should feel muscles trying to get it out. I'm not gonna have an iron on top of it. But she'll do it more. So I know when I'm done with it, I give it to the hobo I married. She cuts it, gets it all out. I married an old man from the Depression is who I married. Nick's a little person, very fun. We started comedy together. Very easy to trick. We were once at a coffee shop, and a guy was sitting near us with a big husky dog. And Nick just goes, "Hey, you think that's a wolf?" And I just said, "Yeah, I do think it's a wolf. They just passed a law that if you can catch a wolf, you can have it as a pet." And he goes, "Should I go ask him about it?" I was like, "I mean, absolutely. You know, I mean, he wants to talk about it. That's why he brought that wolf out here." And I watched him walk over to him and just go, "Excuse me, is that a wolf?" And the guy, I mean, he didn't really know how to answer it. He said, "What? I mean, you think I brought a wild wolf to this coffee shop?" And the wolf's just being cool about it? It's not losing its mind right now? I almost joined the Army when I was 18 just because they called. That was the only reason. I thought I got picked. I was like, oh, wow, this is an honor. Like, I also signed up for a JCPenney credit card at 18 because they called, and I was like, man, this day is getting crazier and crazier. I would love it. I would love a credit card. I just got called for the Army. I'll go get some stuff. My mom had to go get me out of all of that. My mom had to call the Army and JCPenney in the same day. She was like, he's not doing any of this. He got to the phone quicker than he usually does. So weird to not have my phone. I mean, everybody has their phone. I was going through the airport, and you just don't have it, and you just stare. I mean, we were waiting in line, and you're just like looking ahead, and people are just like, all right, dude, what is wrong with you? I mean, just regular people are like, where's your phone? I'm like, I don't have it. I would like to talk to you, though. If you would talk to me, I'd love to chat for a little bit. One thing I got when I hit my 40s was claustrophobia. Never had it. Actually got it here on the Simpsons ride, which is what's crazy. I mean, we're 100 yards away from where my life fell apart. I rode that ride with my daughter, and we're sitting on it, and we had another buddy, and he has his two girls on, and so we sit there, and they pull the bar down, and the bar, my leg gets stuck in the middle, and it just opened a door that I never knew was there. I mean, it's like a problem. I had to stop the ride. It's super embarrassing to stop a child's ride and just be like, I'm just waving. I'm like, I can't do it. And then they opened the bar and they go, all right, you can do it again. I was like, I'm out, dude. And no one got to ride it because I couldn't ride it. We all had to leave. Ruined it for everybody. And that's claustrophobia. It just kind of ruins everybody's time. She'll be watching TV. I'm like, ma'am, are you watching this? I couldn't tell. I was going to change it if you weren't watching it. My wife's always around, too, I feel. Just always, like, near, especially about home. It's like I married a cat that I'm like, you just always on me. If I do if I go to the bathroom, she's like, I'm going to paint the bathroom door while you're in there. I'm like, you couldn't do it later? No, I had all the time to do it. I thought I'd wait till you went in, and that's when I was going to start. If I eat something she doesn't approve of, she just pops up, man. I mean, I'll try to sneak it. I could eat an Oreo cookie in the attic at 3 a.m., and I would bet my life a light would cut on, and she'd be like, what are you doing up here? And if I questioned it, it was like, what are you doing up here? She's like, I'm always up here. This is when I do my attic stuff. Recently, I was walking in my car, and I had a college kid come up, and he was raising money, for nature, or it was for Earth. It was nature and Earth. I don't know. He used real words, but it was, basically, I felt he looked at me, he's like, it's going to Earth. And I was like, yeah, well, Earth is going through it right now. So he was telling me everything Earth is going through. It's pollution. He said our water's being poisoned. I think I was buying a tree. I don't really know. But I tried to give him cash, and he was like, oh, you got to do a credit card. I was like, okay. So I give random iPad all my family information. It was $75. So he's like swipes the card. And then after it goes through, he goes, just so you know, it's a monthly charge. Yeah. He told me after. And he was like, look, you can cancel it on the website. I was like, I don't even know what's going on right now. Doctors are so unimpressed with birth. The big message they tell you, they're like, all right, whatever you do, let's just try not to shake this baby. That's the number one goal. And they tell it to you almost like, obviously, you're going to want to shake the baby. But it would be just so awesome if you just did not shake this baby. And then I watched a video of a guy, and he was like, here's what I do when I feel like I want to shake my baby. I take walks, I walk about 70 miles a day. I walk a lot. I've barely seen this baby. And then I signed a certificate like I was in kindergarten that said, all right, I'm not going to shake the baby. They quit asking me. I didn't even think of it till you guys brought it up. I've never heard the word shake so much in my entire life. Like, that's all we talked about for 3 days. And the first night we got her home, I remember she was like crying for like 6 hours, and you're like delirious and confused. And I was like with my wife, and I was like, wait, are we supposed to shake this baby? Like, God forbid I go to a store she has a coupon for. I mean, I'll be walking into the parking lot just to get a call. Don't buy anything, I have a coupon. I'm like, do you think I'm going to come home and get that coupon? Is that what you think's about to happen? I'm going to try to pay more now that you called. I don't even know if Target allows that, but I'm going to try to negotiate up on this toothpaste. You better hope they don't ask me to round up. I'm rounding up. I hate coupons so much, and she's addicted to them. She will not let me leave. Like, I got a coupon. I'm like, I just feel so stupid. I'm buying deodorant, and I'm like, I don't have all the money, but I'm almost there. But I do have this coupon. One day, I hope to be able to pay full price. We are saving up as much as we can. God forbid I go to a store she has a coupon for. I mean, I'll be walking into the parking lot just to get a call. Don't buy anything, I have a coupon. I'm like, do you think I'm going to come home and get that coupon? Is that what you think's about to happen? I'm going to try to pay more now that you called. I don't even know if Target allows that, but I'm going to try to negotiate up on this toothpaste. You better hope they don't ask me to round up. I'm rounding up. I hate coupons so much, and she's addicted to them. She will not let me leave. Like, I got a coupon. I'm like, I just feel so stupid. I'm buying deodorant, and I'm like, I don't have all the money, but I'm almost there. But I do have this coupon. One day, I hope to be able to pay full price. We are saving up as much as we can. My parents are getting older. So my mom, we had her go pick up our daughter recently at a friend's house, and I texted her the address. She drove to the wrong house. So she knocked on the door, another grandmother answered. Well, this is not good. This is like two dogs seeing each other through a fence. They're going to be there for a while, you know? So my mom, she knocks on the door. My mom goes, is my granddaughter in there? And that lady goes, I have 3 grandsons, so no solution. Just 2 grandmothers. Do you have stuff? I have stuff too. They talked for 30 minutes. It's a wrong door. I had to go get my daughter, then find my mom. Once I did a show in a prison once. All the way in it. We went in it. There's few more people than this. We go in, let's say like you guys are like the inmates. So I'm like sitting here, I'm doing my dumb jokes. None of them work. Every joke I have involves being outside in the past 30 years. Like nothing's relatable. I'm like, traffic's crazy. Do you guys remember? Who remembers traffic? An inmate gets up and starts walking towards me. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. You know, like I've seen movies, like he's going to use me to break out. So I don't want to point at him, you know, but I am trying to draw. I'm like, the weather's been like pretty crazy. Should he be walking up like that? Turns out he's just going to the bathrooms. They're right behind me. He's a good guy. I judged him on what he was wearing and where we were at. I wanted to play college basketball. That didn't work out. It didn't work out because I got cut every year for my high school basketball team. So I had to play for my church because the church cannot cut you. They have to let you play, which is nice. That's a good, you know. I guess they could cut you. You'd be pretty bad if they're like, look, we think you're good, but Jesus does not think you're that good. Yeah, he is our captain. So I wanted to play college basketball, and that didn't work out. It didn't work out because I got cut every year for my high school basketball team. So I had to play for my church because, yeah, the church cannot cut you. They have to let you play, which is nice. That's a good, you know. That would be, I guess they could cut you. You'd be pretty bad if they're like, look, we think you're good, but Jesus does not think you're that good. Yeah. He is our captain, so. And church ball was a lot different, too, because we played, it was a half court, no three-point line. We played on carpet. That's your first sign. It's not going to count. And they didn't give us a basketball. We didn't have a ball. Like, we would just stand out there and play on honesty. So you'd be like, I just made it. It was like, oh, that's a good shot. You're really good. I stole it. I forgive you for stealing it. It was moral points. Counts later.